Starting next week, a new series of community forums will focus on interest in and improving the overall East Tennessee region. 5 counties will be taking part in what's labeled Plan East Tennessee, a broad effort to address challenges like public health, the environment, and of course, the economy. And here to talk more about Plan ET is Chairman of the program's Board of Mayors, Oak Ridge Mayor Tom Behan. We appreciate you being here, Mayor. Nice to have you. And you were just telling me that newly elected Mayor of Knoxville, Madeline Rajero, has been pretty involved in this process.
If you remember, she was the community development director for the city of Knoxville prior to running, and her office kind of put this grant together and said, look, if we're going to really progress, we have to include a broader region. And if you look around America and those areas that are progressing, even as economy, is that they have that vision for a whole region. So an unintended consequence of her being elected is that she will be one of the major leaders in this.
And you were talking about the research triangle in Raleigh-Durham is a great example of kind of what we need to be thinking about as a region.
Exactly, and this is set up to do that. There's the planning commissions are involved. There's a lot of economic development folks involved, and there's a lot of cities. So there's a board of mayors. And they're coming together and working very hard to make sure this is successful.
So how will our citizens keep track of that, our viewers be involved in the process?
Well, first of all, next week, and there's a series of public meetings coming up where we're looking for input. You know, if you give people a chance, they've got some pretty good ideas, and that's the first thing that's going to happen. This is a 30-month process. So, hopefully that they can go to the website and see where those meetings are and come participate.
And it's an idea. The idea is identify our strengths, our weaknesses, get a lot of things on the table so that we can figure out how we maximize them.
Yeah, and there's 5 areas we're looking at: housing and transportation, healthy lifestyles. You know, we need to change the way that we eat and how we exercise, bicycle paths and things like that. The workforce is really critical, because if we're going to compete and have new companies come here and jobs for our people, we have to have an educated workforce. So we've kind of narrowed it down what we're looking at. I'm convinced from what I've seen so far that we're going to have a great product for this region, a reason for people to work here, a reason for people to move here. So
how do you guarantee that it's not a program that'll sit on the shelf after this?
Well, one of the guarantees is that the elected officials are involved. And as we look to the future, I think you're going to see them take this as something that's theirs. The other thing is the planning commissions. I know that the city of Oak Ridge, our planning department's in it, so we will have the data inside City Hall. So there's going to be a repository of this, plus there'll be follow-up from the elected officials.
Mayor Behan, thanks for the explanation. We appreciate it.
You're welcome, John.
We will certainly stay in touch, and we're going to be right back with more news.